Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. It is Wednesday, August 28th, 2024, and the 48th episode of Wrestle World Wednesday. Got a lot to discuss today. Some WWE news, some AEW news, things like that. Unfortunately, we have another wrestling death to report. Yes, another one. This is like the fourth one in 2 months. Kinda sucks. Hopefully we have no more for a while. Okay. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Raw. Guess we'll do that first. But before we do, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're new here, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. If you have viewed this channel but haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hit the notification bell, hit the like button, all that fun stuff. And let's get into it. This is Wrestle World Wednesday, episode 48. 2024. And let's get straight into it. Alright. First, let's talk about Monday Night Raw this past week. I didn't watch Raw, but I saw the significant parts on YouTube. So, the Judgment Day and LWO had an 8-man or 8-person tag team match. Or was it an 8-man tag? I don't remember, but Terror Twins, that's what they're calling themselves now. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley came out to help the LWO. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre got into it after Drew said some things to Punk. I really am not sure what he said. I just remember Punk coming out and beating the crap out of Drew and a bunch of security guards. You're going to have to pay for that one. With a strap. Drew basically said he was going to beat the crap out of Punk with the strap at Bash in Berlin. Punk was like, no, I got better ideas. And that's what happened there. Uncle Howdy, also known as Bo Dallas, defeated Chad Gable with help from the Wyatt Six when they took out American Made. See, now it's Chad's group that's outnumbered. You barely ever see like the heels whatever outnumbered. It's always the baby faces, it seems, but yeah, the Wyatt Six helped Bo Dallas with the win. Bronson Reed, this was probably my favorite part of the show. Not even the Punk stuff. It was this. So, Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman had a match, but it spilled out into the parking lot. This was good. I love what Bronson Reed's doing right now. So, it gets Braun Strowman backstage, and they're beating the crap out of each other. No one's trying to stop them, because, why would you? And he gets him on top of a car. It was apparently Corey Graves' car that he choke slammed him through. Bronson gets Strowman on top of the car. He goes up to, I don't know where he goes, but he tsunami splashes Braun Strowman on the hood of a car, completely shatters it, just decimated Braun Strowman. That was probably my favorite part of the entire show. Not even the CM Punk stuff, like I said. And CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are usually one of my favorite parts of the show. But this week was okay. It was better than last week. Like, last week just felt kind of weird. Let's get into some more WWE news. So, this happened. I'm scrolling through Twitter or Facebook or whatever one Monday night. It was Monday afternoon, kind of. But I'm reading something on the wrestling page, and it says something about, I think it's like Psycho Sid's son, Gunner, that posted it. That Psycho Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, whatever you want to call him, passed away this past Monday. And yeah, we've lost yet another one. So we lost Alpha, was it the Friday before last, I think? And then Kevin Sullivan the week before that. And then we lost Sika in June. So, yeah, we've lost 4 big names in a matter of 2 months. Not to mention, I think it was Virgil and Ole Anderson who died within a couple of days of each other earlier this year. Freaking Toby Keith died. I know he's not like a wrestler, but he did some stuff in the business. Like, he performed at TNA's first show and stuff. But then, yeah, we got the news that Psycho Sid died, and this one kind of was like, okay, Kevin Sullivan's was interesting, but I know a little bit about Psycho Sid, so I'm going to tell you what I've seen of him. So, I saw a match with him and Shawn Michaels. It was actually on a DVD that I really don't like. Okay, I would maybe like it if I could see it, but it's the Best of the Attitude Era Volume 3 Unreleased Matches set. And it's a Blu-ray, or I have the Blu-ray version anyway. But there's like a dark match on there. It's a WWE Championship match between Psycho Sid and Shawn Michaels. I saw that one. I saw Undertaker and Psycho Sid from WrestleMania 13. I saw his match with Chris Benoit where Benoit tapped him out and then immediately vacated the WCW Championship. Because him and Eddie and Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn were going to WWE. And the Radicals, that's another underrated and forgotten stable for obvious reasons. I mean, I guess if they wanted to, really, they could just put Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, and Perry Saturn in. But just don't do that. Don't do that. But, and then there was that infamous, this is the only thing I don't like about this match. It was the War Games match from Wrestle War 91 in WCW. It was Sting, the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott and Sting versus the Four Horsemen, which at that time consisted of Larry Zbyszko, Barry Windham, Ric Flair, and Larry Zbyszko, Ric Flair, Barry Windham, and Sid Vicious is what he was going by in WCW. So there's one point in the match where this legitimately happened. I don't know who was originally supposed to win this, but the War Games thing was designed kind of weird, I guess, that year, or it was too low or something, because Sid grabbed Pillman and like power bombed him, and when he did, Pillman's head hit the top of the thing and knocked him out. And that's how the Horsemen ended up winning the match. Maybe Arn Anderson was out there with them, I think. But I've seen those matches. Might have saw something out. Yeah, there was the Heath Slater match on Raw in 2012, which is actually the first time I saw him. So, apparently he had cancer, from what I heard. So, that's never good. He actually posted or tweeted a couple weeks ago or something. Ironically, I found out that he said, hopefully 2025 will be the year that I go into the Hall of Fame. I feel like Triple H is more open to that kind of thing. And when I read that, I was like, oh, great, there goes another one that, won't be able to go out there and give his Hall of Fame speech. I don't know why Vince doesn't put some of these guys in. I don't know if it's because of ego or it's because of other reasons, but it's freaking stupid, is what it is. Like, Pillman should have been in years ago. Miss Elizabeth should have been in. Lex Luger should be in it. I was never even the biggest Lex Luger fan. But, put him in it. Freaking... I know why you won't put the Radicals in. I'm just not gonna hold my breath on that. There's some ECW guys that can go in, like Tommy Dreamer, Taz. Let's see, Rob Van Dam's already in it. Dudley's already in it. But my point is, some of these guys, you need to put them in before they die, because, how many of these have we had examples of? We've had Raven, or not Raven, jeez. Not Raven. Raven's not dead. I actually saw Raven's TNA Hall of Fame speech, but sorry, Raven, if you ever watch this. I didn't mean to say that. We've had Macho Man Randy Savage. We've had Vader. We've had... Oh, wow. We've had Rick Rude. We've had Paul Bearer. And now we're eventually going to get Bray Wyatt and Psycho Sid and... Let's see, the Wild Samoans already went in, so that was at least good. Demolition, they need to go in. Hart Foundation went in, but Jim Neidhart had died before he could make his speech. Owen will probably never go in, even with Vince gone. But Bam Bam Bigelow is not in yet. He won't get to make his speech. But my point is, you need to put these guys in before they're gone. But we've lost another one in Psycho Sid, and it sucks. I hate these. I just hope we don't get one like freaking Bray Wyatt. Oh. Frick, do I want to go through that? Do we want to go through that again? Seriously, do we really want to go through that again? Like, last year we lost Jay Briscoe and Bray Wyatt. Two guys that were in the prime of their career, that were still going. Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe had just had that awesome, well, I guess it was awesome, everyone's saying it was, match with FTR. But, I don't know, just don't give us one like that this year and we'll be fine. I mean, none of these are good, but like, especially those ones like Eddie and Owen and Benoit. I know what he did, but he was still an active member of the roster. Like things like that. But lost another one, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, whatever you want to call him. He main evented 2 WrestleManias. He main evented WrestleMania 8 and WrestleMania 13, I believe. Was Undertaker and Sid the main event that year? I think so. And then he helped Jake Roberts feud with Macho Man Randy. Or no, he helped Savage, I'm sorry. He helped him with Jake Roberts. I think he was supposed to feud with Sid, and then his bicep tore or something. Jake was, so. Jake never had the best luck when it came to feuds. Well, okay, in the earlier part of his WWE career, but there in the 90s, it was just kind of weird. Like, that's another story for another time, but prayers and good condolences go out to Sid's family, friends, and fans. We've lost another one. It sucks. These always suck, but it never gets any easier. But these things happen. Alright, let's talk about something a little more fun. So, this is kind of newsworthy, and also I'm going to share some personal thoughts on this. And then we'll get to the AEW stuff. SmackDown 20th or 25th anniversary was this past Monday. It was on Monday. So, I don't know if they're going to do something for the 25th anniversary of SmackDown on Friday. I would hope they did. I'd hope they'd at least acknowledge it. But I'm not going to do a full ranked list, but I'm going to give you some of my favorite SmackDown moments and matches. I'm not going to do a list, but that'll be later down the road. But guess let's start with the first SmackDown, where Shawn Michaels helped Triple H retain the WWE title against The Rock. He super kicked Rock in the face. There was who could ever forget the friggin' supermarket street fight between Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the December 13th episode of SmackDown in 2001. This one's kind of cool. Hulk Hogan and Edge win the tag team titles from, was it Billy and Chuck? In 2004, or 2002, on the July 4th episode of SmackDown. There was of course, the match with Hulk Hogan and Brock Lesnar, where Brock just decimated him. Bear hugged him. Blood coming out of his mouth. Yeah. The formation of the Straight Edge Society. That's a personal favorite. Wish that would have been done better. Later. This is kind of sad, but it's interesting going back and looking at it now. Edge's first retirement speech on SmackDown when he gave up the world title. Yeah, there was the championship celebration from Eddie Guerrero. I don't know why none of the lists I've seen have that on there. There's the promo that Eddie did on Brock the week before. There's that. Frick, there's the feud between Chavo and Eddie, which could have lasted a little bit longer. It was only like a month and they were done. Well, okay, Chavo was the first challenger to Eddie's title, but still, like, they could have... Frick. I really wish Chavo would have got a proper title run. ECW title does not count. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Frick. There's the Iron Man match between Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle. On the September 18th, 2003 episode of SmackDown. And this was the night after Kurt Angle's sister Leanne died of an overdose. And Kurt went out there and had that match with Brock, which was, I imagine it was hard for him to do, but also at the same time, if you look at his history with stuff like this, you see it in his Kurt Angle Champion DVD that TNA did in 2008, or whenever it was, that he kind of has this thing where if a family member or something dies and he has a sporting event, he goes out there and just gives it, like something just happens where he just does very good. And, some people, that's how they handle, pain or something like that. Which, that's probably my favorite match in SmackDown history. Frick, there's the Eddie and Chavo match that I just mentioned on the February 19th episode of SmackDown, and Kurt Angle turning heel on Rey Mysterio and Eddie. There's a lot of Eddie Guerrero stuff on here. The freaking Kurt Angle auction segment where Eddie just sells a bunch of Kurt's stuff to the audience. It's really funny. Frick, there's the wedding of Edge and Vicky Guerrero. A lot of people don't like Vicky right now, myself included, but then again, I don't know if we're ever going to hear anything about that again, but freaking, what else was there? The Kofi Kingston gauntlet match. Why was that on nobody's list? We're not going to talk about what happened 6 months later, but yeah. So those are just some of my favorite SmackDown moments. Then of course there's the SmackDown tribute show to Eddie. That was just sad, more than anything, but they had Batista go out there, and then they had Triple H and Benoit go out in the main event. There's the induction ceremony of Sami Zayn into the Bloodline. There was that one. It was freaking great. Frick. A lot of good moments of SmackDown. But those are some of my favorites. There's that awesome freaking tables, ladders, and chairs match that nobody talks about anymore because of obvious reasons. Benoit was in that. It was him and Jericho against the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. I don't know what's going on with my voice today. There's that match. The Paul Heyman promo before Survivor Series 2001 on Vince. That's just freaking gold. I might have to go back and watch that again later. Frick. I had the Paul Heyman DVD, so might as well. But those are just some of my favorite moments. Now let's get into some AEW stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, we gotta back up. The Performance Center is moving to Las Vegas. They're moving the PC out of Florida to Las Vegas. So, there's that. Okay, now let's go to AEW. So this past Sunday at All In London, Ricochet made his AEW debut in the Casino Battle Royal. Nigel McGuinness made an appearance in it, which was very fun. Will Ospreay's once again what are they calling this belt now? The American Championship? Whatever the international title was. What are they calling this belt again? I don't know. Whatever one that he beat MJF for. But he won that belt again. Bryan Danielson is your new AEW World Champion. He put his career on the line against Swerve Strickland, and Bryan Danielson won the title. So he'll probably hold it through till December, or at least Full Gear. But we'll see what happens with them. I like Bryan Danielson, but yeah. His contract's coming up soon, I think. So he's going to have to either drop it or he's going to resign. I don't know what's going to happen. He said he wanted to retire by the time his daughter was 7 or something. I don't remember. But, yeah, good job. Good job for Bryan Danielson. He won another world title. But I don't know what the drama was with All In. Before All In, I don't know what it was, and I don't know. I just don't read it, or I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't know. But apparently there was more. But alright, that's all I've got for today, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. And I'll have my Bash in Berlin predictions up tomorrow morning. And then, of course, TNA tomorrow night. Friday, which is my birthday, I'll be recording Emergence predictions in the morning. And then the pay-per-view review at night when it's done. So, there's that. And I'll see you guys for Bash in Berlin also on Saturday. Then I'll review that. And then I'm probably going to be taking a break on Sunday. So, there's that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy AEW Dynamite tonight. Oh yeah, Hook won the FTW title back from Chris Jericho. Probably the right move. Taz got involved and helped him, but yeah. Kind of just glad that's over. I like Chris Jericho, but just no. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.